You guessed right, that scowl on my face is authentic. I'm sitting here, freezing my buns off. For some reason, the Polish Arctic winter has decided to regain its authority on all of us, and it's very cold, and I'm sitting here dedicated to these videos, and again, thinking what I could be saying, and I know that I'm sort of wasting your time by jabbering on about this, so let's just jump straight into it. I did see a couple walk past, and there's this thing going on in Poland where everyone's got this little flask they carry around to collect money, and there's this big charity drive for something, and people buy these little plastic hearts that they stick on their chest, and I'm not sure what it's all about, but what I'm seeing is a lot of people. There's another girl over there coming along right now with one of those little canisters for money, and none of them approach me. They're all walking about, and I think a lot of civilians are walking. The reason I'm talking so fast is my battery's about to run out as well. These civilians are trying to collect money, and a lot more people are sort of doing the job, but none of them are approaching me, and it got me thinking about a topic to speak about, which is nothing's going to kind of tap on your door if you're trying to get yourself out into the world. You can't just wait for things and people and opportunities and money to show up. You've got to take assertive action, right? And that then got me thinking about, well, how do we take more assertive action? Why do so few of us want to step into that, what's required of us to get what we want in life? As I said, you can't just bring business in through the door waiting at home twiddling your thumbs. You can't walk around the park with your canister for money waiting for people to approach you to give you charity money. You have to do something. But a lot of us don't do stuff because of this thing called the flinch. This feeling of just as you're about, just when you jump into the cold shower, you get that flinch. It's that feeling just before doing it, and it acts as a kind of invisible wall that stops us from doing stuff. It's essentially a form of fear. It's essentially a reflection of your inner voice saying, "But what you're doing, you're risking rejection. Don't do that. You're risking some kind of drawback to." Some negative effect might happen because you're jumping into a shower. So there's this flinch that sort of acts as a form of protection, but in many cases that protection is keeping us in fear, keeping us in comfort, and limiting us from all the juicy golden rewards that exist on the other side of that flinch. Healthy body, more money, relationships that go well, all that kind of stuff. But how do we get through that flinch? Well, first of all, we need to see that it's a phenomena that exists at the level of emotion. So we have a thought that comes to mind, and we feel the scariness of that thought, and that is the feeling of the flinch. We see something, stimulus triggers a thought, and that thought triggers an emotion. So we're dealing with a kind of an invisible wall generated by our own perceptions. So we're running around this earth, creating these invisible walls that we're bouncing off against. Oh look, there's an opportunity there. Thought, vision, emotional response, bang, straight off the edge of that invisible wall. So that's really helpful in seeing that. I hope I'm not about to die here battery-wise, so I'm going to wrap up pretty quickly. Seeing that it's an emotional thing means that we can watch our emotions. We can step out of being immersed in emotion mode, which is what's catching us, and we can step outside for a moment and say, well, what's going on? Okay, I can see that it's a feeling in my chest, or it's a feeling in my stomach, and we can watch it. And as we watch it, what happens? The feeling starts to fade. So we can actively reduce the feeling of flinch in our lives, and we can therefore overcome emotional sabotage through observation. So we use the tool of observation to minimize that emotional response, and then we've got a window opening up that we can step through, and we create opportunities in our lives. Something to reflect on. Again, I can't go into this in too much depth because this is about to die and my hand is literally about to fall off. But have a think about how we cut ourselves off from opportunities through our emotions and the feeling of flinch and awkwardness, and see how we can use observation, stepping outside of ourselves for a moment, to act as a tool to reduce those feelings and to create more of a feeling of relief, even of momentum that's going to come from getting out of our own way, by getting our emotions out of our own ways, and seeing what that does for you in your life. Maybe there are some opportunities for observation of emotion as a means to get through to the things that you want in life, as a means to reduce fear, as a means to create creativity in yourself, positive emotions. See how that helps, guys. Hope that was helpful. Any other questions for new ideas for videos, let me know below, and do subscribe if you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.